live again from the Cubewise conference in Sydney at the Hilton. I've got with me, you've got Ji-Hyun Kim from Optus. Welcome. Thanks for coming and wanting to do a quick interview.
Thank you.
So you've just presented, 20 minutes ago or something, and just finished your presentation on allocations, a big allocations project that you did at Optus. So you were using a data warehouse technology, a very sophisticated technology that people were enjoying for a number of years. Why did you sort of apply TM1 to that afterwards? What was the move? Why the move, I guess?
So the purpose of our program was to provide visibility of customer profitability, which meant getting a lot of fact-based data from various areas of the organisations, and then putting that all together and then doing allocations so that it reconciles to the financials. So what I wanted to do was make sure that we use the right technology for the right problem.
Right.
And so the data warehouses were used to model the data and source all of those data, but we chose TM1 to perform the allocations. And one of the reasons why we also chose TM1, it's a business user tool. So it allows the flexibility of being able to change business rules and also see the reporting and analytics that comes out of the data in TM1.
Right.
So that financial users and also other users across the business can see the data and make decisions and do their jobs, which isn't typically as easy to do on
From a data warehouse.
in a data warehouse.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean that's the key thing is the ownership of the system. Being able to change those business rules and make them apply quickly, as opposed to rerunning batch jobs overnight and all that sort of stuff. Like what kind of time, what kind of time windows were you doing with the system before?
Yep. Well, this is the first time that we're actually getting this customer profitability data.
Is it? Right, okay.
Data, but how we're doing this right now is everything's run overnight. So we get all the feeds from the plethora of data platforms across the business, and this is in millions and millions of rows, multitude of systems. So that all comes into the data warehouse, and then the processing of all of that and performing the allocations, which is actually quite a very resource-intensive job in TM1. That all happens overnight. So the finance user, the business users, can see the data the next day.
Okay.
In the morning, they can log in, and everything's all done.
Right, brilliant. Okay, and then they just they kind of do their analysis on top of that.
Yes.
Yeah. And one of the things about allocations, customer profitability, product profitability, what people don't really sort of factor in when they're doing these kind of things is like the transparency of what goes where, as you're allocating from bucket to bucket sort of thing, So, what have you got in place at the moment? Can people really see the transparency of what's getting allocated across? And that's been successful, is it?
Yes, absolutely. And I think that's the beauty of using tools like TM1, which allows for that transparency. And I think also the key thing is the business users wants to see impact of different scenarios. So they want to do what if type of scenarios and get answers. And TM1's been really good, and it's the best tool to be able to get answers to that.
Great. Okay. Well, it's so. Do you mark yourself down as a TM1 fan now?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So to be honest, when we first embarked on this program, I had some reservations on whether TM1 would be actually able to perform, because I knew the data systems are purpose-built to perform large volumes of data, but I think I can definitely see that it does perform. So
okay. Well, that's made my day.
Yes, awesome.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And we're now going back again, but we'll come back in half an hour and we'll do another session. Thanks, Jen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Jen.